Jackie with thecuttingedgeculture.com. I'm here with Ricky from IWrestledabearonce.
Hi.
Again, at Vans Warped Tour. Sort of the preview and the advertisement for Warped Tour was, 2012, the end of days, and, who knows if it'll come in December. I hope not. I don't think it will. Do you think it will?
I don't think it will. But if it does, I'm sure a bunch of people are going to be, like, oh, damn.
Should.
Finally happened.
Well, if it does, what's the last song you want to hear?
Well, no offense to Warped Tour, but the last thing I want to hear after this tour is silence. I just want to soak up a bunch of nothing. I want to sit at my house with just hear the fan on.
And the sound of whiskey pouring?
And the sound of whiskey. And
That's
blunts
gentle.
being rolled.
What are the benefits of playing Warped Tour this year?
I mean,
Besides people throwing their clothes at you. I mean, that's cool.
what size is that?
Large.
Awesome. Benefits of Warped Tour? Well, shit. Warped Tour is the best summer tour you can do. So there's everything. There's probably nothing that you know what I mean?
And the heat doesn't bother you.
Well,
so-
the heat, I mean, it's a lot of work. It is definitely a hard-working tour. You have to get up and do shit and walk around a lot. And I actually went and bought a $110 pair of shoes because I was walking around so much and my feet hurt so bad. But everybody should know, you work your ass off, but you get more benefits than any other tour. So.
What is your favorite Warped Tour performance either this year or ever? Besides your own, of course.
Ours is hideous.
Stop.
I would say Bayside is my favorite this year. Bayside, it's a toss-up between Bayside and Lost Prophets. They had a lot to do with just the music scene and me getting involved whenever I was younger. But also, like, a little bit below that, I would say, like, Newfound Glory. They're pretty kick-ass. So, Take It Back Sunday, of course.
Way back when, there used to be sort of an overload of boy bands. And then there was an overload of pop punk bands. Some might argue now that there's sort of an overload or an oversaturation of hardcore bands. What do you think's the next big thing?
Who fucking knows?
How's everything?
How bad will it be?
It's getting pretty bad. It needs to dumb back down. I feel like it gets really technical and like I don't know how to explain it.
Remember
I feel-
back in the day there was like rock music?
Yeah.
And it was good?
Yeah, exactly. Now it's just, I think everyone is taking them, like obviously comes back to our band. Our concept is like, do whatever you want, be yourself. Lots of bands aren't doing that, and it's getting weirder and weirder to where like, people are like, people are vampires, and like, I mean, I'm not talking shit about anyone. Everyone's great. Those guys are nice, and like, people are wearing makeup, and like, it's getting weird. It's like, dude, just be a band, man. You don't have to theme your band.
You don't have to wear more makeup than the girls, just saying.
Yeah.
Some bands do an EP in between albums, or they'll do a remix, a reload, or they'll do a vinyl release. Which would you like to do?
Actually, in the fall, we are releasing a full-length movie.
And you guys are doing a score to the movie?
It starts and ends with a performance, but it's an hour-and-a-half long scripted movie. Like us and our friend Justin Beasley from KOTK wrote a script, and then he kind of left some parts open. And when we got there to film it, he was like, "Yeah, say it the way you would say it." So obviously, there's a lot of profanity and gay jokes and stuff. Well, there's a lot of PBR. We're sponsored by PBR. They gave us like 10 cases just to make a movie. There's a lot of PBR and.
Could be worse.
So yeah, I'm gonna get original on you, and I'm gonna say, well, we like to release movies in between, our albums.
That's a lot. That's a lot. What's up next besides the movie after Warped Tour?
after Warped Tour, we were playing heavy MTL in in Montreal with some huge bands like Slipknot and Deftones. And then we're gonna take a couple weeks off, and then we start a world tour after that. We're doing Europe, and then US, and a bunch of other places.
So you're just taking over. You really get around.
Oh, we're slutty. We're a slutty.
What was your favorite part of Mexico? In fact, last time I talked to you, we didn't interview, but we talked.
Yeah.
Was where you were headed next.
My least favorite part about Mexico was the fact that I shit liquid for 2 weeks afterwards. We were like, hey, we want to eat real Mexican food, and everyone we talked to was like, real Mexican food's kind of sketchy. And we're like, we don't care. And so we go eat, and I'm like, all weekend, we were just there for the weekend. All weekend I was like, oh, this stuff is awesome, yeah. And then like I was fine, my stomach was great. As soon as I got home, 2 weeks. I almost went to the doctor.
Almost.
Yeah.
It was just comfortable enough for you.
Well, I have an iron stomach usually, so I was just waiting. I was like, give it one more day. And then I was like, I'll give it one more day. Oh, I'm starting to feel better. Give it one more day. Finally it got better.
You're better now.
I'm better.
Okay. I mean, it's been a while, but...
Yeah.
Alright. So besides being slutty and taking over the world, are there any causes or charities you or your band like to support? Besides like off bug spray? That would have been a genius sponsor.
Our fall tour is sponsored by PETA and Breast. And I think Steven's clothing line he did himself, like there was a percentage that went towards like the VH1, like yes. So.
Very cool. Alright. Well, thanks again, Ricky. Here at Warped Tour.